Welcome to the Five Nights at Freddy's timeline. This theory is being created by myself and many other theorists on my Discord server. The link is in the description if you would like to join in with suggesting theories on the timeline. This is part 1 of the timeline, and it begins by taking place near the end of the 1960s. Here is Gabriel Afton. That is not a confirmed name. The cracks on the Gabriel gravestone suggest that the person has been there for a longer time than the others. Gabriel is in his 40s and has 2 sons, one called William Afton and the other called Fritz Smith. Again, unconfirmed, but he could take his mother's name that could be Smith instead of the father's name. The 3 live in a small house in the forest, just down the road from Junior's, a pub that Gabriel attends every night before going home and seeing his teenage children. Fritz is always in the living room, watching the television in a grey onesie, and William is in his room, studying robotics and animatronic works, as it is a hobby and a career path he would like to take in the future. William goes to the same classes as another teenage boy, Henry, who will eventually be joining William by creating Freddy Fazbear's Diner. William, however, is in a state of depression, fear, and anger towards his father, and here's why. Gabriel is a drink driver. Every night he gets drunk and drives at 200 miles per hour on the motorway. This has made him into an abusive father and a bad set example for his children. He always picks on William though. We see him come into the house, understandably ignoring Fritz, and then instantly going to shout for William to open his door. William grows up with the terror of his father's abusive behaviour, and grows up learning that aggression is the only way forward in life. One day, William comes up with a plan. He is going to kill his father to get what he deserves. After a few years of studying animatronics, William goes to the scrapyard about a mile from his house. He takes a few bits and pieces and begins to make an animatronic out of scrap metal. He creates an endoskeleton with large feet on the bottom, with a perfectly working system trained to kill. He uses the outside area behind his house to work on the animatronics. A few days later, it begins to rain. The water from the rain creates malfunctions in the robot's coding and accidentally smashes the boy's window open. With fear that somebody in the house heard it, William locks the door, jumps out the window, and carries his animatronic to the scrapyard. Gabriel comes home, confused about where his son, William, has gone, but just leaves it, assuming that he has gone to Junior's. That night, Gabriel dies of alcohol poisoning and gets rushed to hospital by Fritz. Then, what happens? You might be asking. Well, that was part 1 of the timeline, what I'm calling Grandfather Decade. Please be patient and wait for the second part to come out in the next few days. Oh, And be sure to join my Discord group to talk about the timeline stuff together. I could really use some more theorists to have some really good debates and provide some evidence showing some stuff that I need to show in videos. You guys could be really helpful to me, and that's what I need in order to get through the FNAF franchise. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.